This is the fine structure constant, and its value, roughly 1 over 137, tells us a lot about the fundamental nature of our universe. At first glance, this number really isn't anything special. I mean, it's just a simple fraction, right? Well, that's where you would be wrong. In fact, this number tells us almost everything about our reality. To understand why, we'll have to go back in time, all the way back to 1916, when the fine structure constant was first introduced by Arnold Sommerfeld. At first, he used the constant to describe the fine structure of electron orbitals, or the small fluctuations in the energy levels of electron orbitals around an atomic nucleus. Turns out that that number didn't just exist there. You can also use this constant to quantify the strength of all electromagnetic interactions between charged particles. Another thing that makes this number so intriguing is that it's a dimensionless quantity, meaning that it's not attached to any units, like how the speed of light is expressed in meters per second. When we break down an equation of the fine structure constant into its dimensions, or units, we find that they all cancel each other out. This means that the fine structure constant is as fundamental as you can get. A cooler way of thinking about it is that aliens could 100% come up with the same exact value for the fine structure constant as us. They might call it something different, but its value would still be approximately 1 over 137. On the other hand, aliens would have a hard time coming up with the same value for something like the speed of light, because it would be based on their units for time and distance. Now that we've had a basic rundown of the fine structure constant, I can start to explain to you why this constant is so important. I'll start with this handy little device here. This device has the ability to change the value of the fine structure constant. If I change the value by a little bit, like so, you'll see that I just wiped out all carbon-based life. Okay, never mind, we'll change it again. This time a little bit this way, and I think I just extinguished all the stars. I think you get the point. The universe as we know it wouldn't exist if the fine structure constant was changed by even the smallest amount. To paraphrase the famous theoretical physicist Richard Feynman, the poetry of this constant is it tells me how shiny gold is, how come rocks are hard, what makes grass green, and why you can't see the wind, and a million other things about the way nature works.